Thoughts of Arne Slot there, who, as always, Ray, is very, very honest. He says they crumbled after that second goal and admits that the issues we saw tonight, it's been too frequent at times this season.
I was really looking for a response from the players after the game against Chelsea. I thought they started the Chelsea game well, went 1-0 up, then let Chelsea off the hook, if you like, because they sat back and played the ball too slowly. Tonight I thought it was a bit similar that way. But then when you got back to 1-1 at the start of the second half, you're thinking, yeah, they could kick on and win this. You know, the confidence is back. But the worry for the manager will certainly be, you know, going 2-1 down, and then they crumbled. I've not really seen that from this Liverpool side, you know, to go down and the heads go down as quickly as they did after that goal. So the manager's he's got it's 9 days to the next game. And he's got to work hard with them over that period and try to get the confidence up as best he can. Make sure he gets the right 11 out there. We'll see how the results go between now and then with the other teams that are playing. But still, you know, you want to finish the season off with a victory, particularly with the two lads moving on. Tash said earlier, and I thought it was quite right, I think the players owe them too. When you look at what they've done for the club, you know, I think everyone should be putting out 110%, if you like, in that game to make sure they sign off with a victory, and with the supporters certainly behind them in that match, and say a massive farewell to two players who have been absolutely outstanding for this football club.
Yeah, no, I think he's honest. I think when he talks about, you know, not taking the opportunities when they are on top, I think that has been a problem. You know, no Isak, no Ekitike, no Mo Salah to start the game. I mean, they're three of your most creative, prolific goal scorers on the pitch. So I think that has been a problem. Not both ends of the pitch, and then also maybe at times as well the kind of battle in the fight that I said maybe before the show, that do we really have the dog in midfield that's going to win the battle? And there was that saying that you've got to win that midfield. Normally the team that wins the midfield battle wins the game, and I think maybe at times that's been the case as well. But he's always honest, and I respect that. And like I said, one more game, you know, we'll all be there. It's going to be a really special occasion as well. It's going to be quite an emotional day as well, to say goodbye to some incredible players, Andy Robertson and Mo Salah. But, you know, Anfield is a special place, and as fans, we can do it. I'm sure we can.
It is that psychological side is so important, isn't it, as much as the physical? And I suppose it's one of the hardest things as a manager to kind of solve when you're in a tricky spot, because the only thing that breaks that lack of confidence is going on a winning run, but getting in that stride is one of the hardest things to do.
But the other thing as well is trust. You've got to trust your players. You've got to believe in them. I mean, the next few days, the manager will be like in training, watching them, observing them, and seeing who's ready for the fight, because it's going to be a battle against Brentford. Have come in here, you know, they've had a good season. Keith's done marvellous. Keith Andrews, the manager's done a marvellous job with them, but they'll come here fully relaxed, no pressure on them. Pressure will probably be all on Liverpool, and it's how they perform on the day. And that's why it comes down to the manager making sure he gets the right 11, and it's not about sentimentality who you should be playing. It's about the right 11 that's, you know, going to get you the result, because it's usually important that Liverpool are in the Champions League. It generates a lot of money, and it also attracts better quality players. And, you know, it's been a tough time for a lot of the players, and particularly new players that have come in, because you know, they wouldn't have seen the joy from last season of winning the league. What they've seen is a lot of negativity and a lot of fans unhappy with what they've seen and the quality and sometimes the desire of the players. So that should never be levelled against a Liverpool team, that you didn't show, you know, enough running on over the course of the 90 minutes, or you gave up. That's never been part of being a Liverpool player. And the new ones and the ones that have been here this season and the performances they've had, I've got to learn from that, because next season, you know, the fans won't put up with that at all.
OK, we're going to hear from Liverpool boss Arne Slot speaking with Sky Sports.
On obviously a really difficult night. It looked like the second goal was unfortunate for Aston Villa, but was it what happened after that was the real concern?
That was definitely unfortunate, if you want to call it like that. It was in a moment of the game where when we were coming back at one acceptable, and yeah, then if you concede the 2-1 in the fashion we did, with the fans behind them, they were getting more and more chances, and another set piece from the free and led to a well-deserved win for them.
Why do you feel it was so difficult to respond? As you said, the fans got behind them and Villa just seemed to be surging forward after that. You seem to lose an element of control that you had 1-1.
Yeah, Yeah, I think you're right. We had that control over the large parts of the game, but not after the 2-1 anymore. And that's also why they scored the 3-1, although it was with their pace, intensity and quality.
Do you feel it's been the story of the season to some degree, not being able to keep the ball out of the net often enough?
No, it's definitely that we've conceded far too many goals, but I think we also didn't score enough goals. Although 2 away at Villa Park is not bad. If you would have told me before the game you score 2, you think you're close to a result and hit the post. But yeah, we've conceded 4 and 3 out of 4 from set pieces, and that's too much. Although we also scored, of course, twice from a set piece.
I know you've had significant injury problems, and they've certainly played a part, but looking at the players out on the pitch there tonight, why do you think that was? Was it a mentality thing? Why do you think they were unable to cope?
Now you are referring, I think, to the period where we struggled after the 2-1. But overall, I don't think the players deserve what you are just saying. I think they did cope with this difficult away game. They were fully in the game, fully able maybe to get a result. But indeed, I agree with you. After the 2-1, we crumbled and we struggled. In the end, came back to 4-2. So they did not give up, but we struggled to control, as I said, their pace, intensity, and quality.
They're the sort of key moments, though, aren't they? I agree. Obviously, there were large portions of the game where things were going how you would have wanted, but in the real key moments, was that the concern?
Yeah, but that's not for the first time. So I think when we are the better team, we struggle to find that goal, mainly because we are not able to create big enough chances when we are the better team. And when we are not, when we have a period of time where we are struggling or the other team is better than us, we tend to concede too easy. And I think before this game we were, there was only Bournemouth who had conceded more set-piece goals than us. But I wouldn't be surprised that after this game we are number 1 in set-piece goals conceded, and that's never a good thing to be number 1 in.
Depending on what happens in midweek, it could take Champions League qualification right up to the wire as well. Is that something that it's going to be a bit of concern and add extra pressure going into the final game next week?
Yeah, of course. We're under full pressure now. Although it feels as if we've been under full pressure the whole season because of all the results we've had. The only thing we can do now is make a very good week, be as well prepared as we can. And that's also what we're going to do. It's a long week because we play on Sunday and now it's Friday. As always, we are, of course, hoping that our fans will be fully behind us, because you could see tonight, as we've experienced so many times at Anfield, how important it can be to play in a stadium where you're all together. But we need to show, of course, from the first moment onwards, that we deserve that support from our fans.
Is that something that, it's something you don't have to highlight, really, the fact that you need the fans behind you, but they have to take something from what they see on the pitch?
Yeah, but that's always the way it goes, and it should go. So I think all fans come to the stadium next week to support us, but we have to deserve that support. The way we start the game, the way we play, and we've played against Brentford this season before. It's usually like this because we've played the away game, and that was one of our most difficult games of the season. So there's a lot for us to repair looking at that game, but definitely also make that last step to qualify for Champions League, and that is probably only done by a win.
And to finish on a positive, if you look at Rio and Gamo's contribution today, is that something that you'd be quite pleased with, and the way he took it to the opposition at times?
Yeah, I think he was a big threat off the left, and that's so important for a team that has ball possession, for a team that's trying to score. You need players like him to create something for you, and I think he did that a few times today. But overall, as I said many times, we are not able to generate enough chances if we are the better team.
Well, thanks for your time, Arne.
You're welcome.